Coming down about this, the whole thing, if you just look at this book, I just managed to browse down the line. And actually, it's basically we had a major problem before we started the research. Because we wanted to do a research and we didn't know what to and where to do. And it was like another research on a research. And it took a lot of time to identify which area we have to start on. And then finally, it took almost about 6 months to analyze and settle down in one area that this is the key area to settle down. And then from there, we did a fantastic work, a huge lot of work it was put by Mr. Charminder. And finally, we ended up, and a day we sat, Mr. Alan, Mr. Hiran, and Mr. Kirti, and immediate part President Mr. Dani, at Hiran's office, and we were going through the entire thing. Then only I realized a whole heap of things in our industry. It's a huge thing we managed to know, and how many loopholes we have, and how many things that we have to learn after doing research on the understand, and even for my personal life. And from there, actually telling few things for me. Few things. I just wrote down about 3 or 4 things to talk about it. There are plenty of things they have identified. And you go through the book, that's about 62 pages. If you go through that book, you will identify what are the things, what are the key areas that we need to touch. But I cannot go through the entire thing. I'll just touch about 2 or 3 areas. The first thing is R&D, research and development. And I think few companies, they have a research and development division. And unfortunately, the industry, the association, we never involved in that. So we had to think, we always proudly say we are 3 years association, we don't have it. But I think after this research, we will definitely every year, we will identify one major area, and definitely we will do a research on that. Because that gives a lot of things to the printing industry. And definitely we will look into that one. Because with concluding this entire book only, we identified that there is a huge need for the research. That's the very first point we understood. From there we understood the printers and the suppliers. When we understood the medium category have a lot of problems. A is we run and we don't know where we are running, because we don't have a vision. We don't have a plan for a day or a week or a month or a year. We just run around and we don't have a weekly plan.
Let me first of all say a very good morning to everyone here. Mr. Sanjita Mohan, President of Sri Lanka Association of Printers, distinguished members of the regulator, representatives of the printing industry, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here today and to be associated with the printing industry to represent the Sri Lanka Export Development Board, which is the premier state organization for development and promotion of exports from Sri Lanka, and also to represent my chairman. And I'm thankful for inviting me here to be the chief guest at this important event of launching this very important research publication, a survey that is to identify and also to get a thorough understanding of the printing industry. At the EDB, we consider the printing industry as a very important sector, and I was made to understand that there are about 40,000 people who are involved in this industry. And the main products that is being handled is stationery, calendars, diaries, 26 billion US dollars in 2000 and to a industry of US million 112 in 2011. As you know, that at the EDB, we have a national export target that is to achieve 15 billion in 2015 and to achieve 20 billion in 2000. And in that target, we are supposed to achieve, I think, around 167 million US dollars from the printing exports in 2015.
Executives of the printing organizations who are present here and members of the management committee for this publication. It is my pleasure to congratulate the Sri Lanka Association of Printers for the first time publishing for themselves a great work revealing what the printing industry looks like now. This may be the first time the Association of Printers developing a survey, and not only a survey, Mr. Chairman has made a great effort to make it a research. There's a big difference between a mere survey and a research. And I find Mr. Chairman has created a lot of food for thought for you to take back to your organizations and think about it for years to come. I find that this is only a starting point by way of looking at what we look like. But this is not enough, as you know, business executives. You must look at outside ourselves as well. But this benchmarking or looking at how the other sectors are doing, what best practices we can get from those sectors, and also among ourselves within the printing organization, can we benchmark? Can we have printing trade standards through associations such as this? Can we learn from each other? These are issues to be taken up from here. So in that way, I find this publication is just the first step. But I find that you are now focusing on the triple bottom line well, the product, and quality product. And I think we are doing excellently well in terms of the product. And the profit too, I know printing industry is not so bad in doing as other sectors in Sri Lanka, particularly manufacturing. Leave alone apparel manufacture, but to consider other sectors, profit. But there are issues coming from the product. Are we doing well with our process? The printing process management, the printing operations management, and the related efficiencies and quality issues. We need a critical self-examination, which the sector has not yet done in a formal manner, as I see. So this is where people become important. If you train and develop your people, the workforce, in the printing industry, looking at the process improvement will be fairly easy. And through this research, I noted that the issues of quality, the product quality is good, but at what cost? Now, even if we take our apparel industry, our apparels are doing well in quality. But if you look at the waste and reject levels, we are doing extremely badly. So the result is we offer good quality at very high cost. And this area needs some research and development to enhance the process, reduce the process cost, and increase the efficiency. And also, as has been pointed out in this survey-based research, the capacity is in excess, but the capability